space, and Kay is one of our artists, and so we're very thankful that they allow us to have our exhibitions here. And I mean, as you can see, it's a beautiful space, lots of room, so we can have hundreds of people here without feeling cramped, and high ceiling, natural light. But this exhibition, we have 4 artists. Unfortunately, Julie Harris just had to be sick today, so she sent her apologies, and she cannot make it. But we have Brett Bailey, Teena McCarthy, and also Asher Milgate. This is alphabetical order. And also, we've had Professor Ian Howard, who had opened our exhibition before, but we realized that he's a neighbor. He just happened to be in the studio just across the road. So botany is where it's happening. Like everyone wants to be botany. So we thought we'd ask our friendly neighbor to come and open the show. As you all know, Ian was former dean of COFA, and he's a fantastic artist. He's still got an active, practice going. And he recently went to Ningbo Art Museum. He brought a group of Australian artists there for an exhibition over there. And he's very much engaged, in China with a lot of the universities over there and with his work. So I'd like you all to welcome Professor Ian Howard.
Thank you very much, Simon, and thank you for the invitation. When I was realising this was 10 years, I was actually thinking, when did Lucienne and I go to that auction across the road? It was 20 years ago. Just to the month. Really? So there you go. Yes, Botany, a happy place. Yes. I'd also like to acknowledge the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, past, current and in the future, of course. And because of the context of this exhibition, their relationship specifically to land and their concept of nation would be, I think, an important point to draw out. I was just wondering, with this idea of moments in life, the title for the exhibition, whether the title came first or the artist came first. You thought, oh, this is a great title, I've got to find the artist, or the artists were coming together and you thought, oh, what can we call this? Let's call it Moments of Life, because they both sort of were simultaneously. So that was a question that I had. And in the little room sheet, there's some good details there about each of the artists. And I think the comments have been made here about it being fragments of memories gathered and recovered from the past, associated objects collected. So that's kind of inherent in each of the works, but there is this strong, of course, kind of landscape element in each of the artist's work. So can I just start with talking with Brett's work? Brett's here, and his work is over there, and one work over here, I think, as well, isn't it? So in terms of Brett, I have to say that moments in life, of course, are not absolute. Of course they're not, to any one individual or any one kind of culture. So that's an important point to make. And for talking about Brett, sorry, I wrote this on another sheet. And looking at his works here, we learn that Brett was originally working in this kind of European romantic tradition. And then, though, he's travelled a lot, he's been in Australia, he's come back to Australia, but he was always fascinated by Asian art as well as Asian history, philosophy and politics. And I think we can see this here. By 1983, he came to Australia, and I think you were doing your first paintings about Australia in that period. Would that have been about right? Well, you were right? Okay. So it brings into question, European person as you are, kind of architect.
Born in Australia.
Born in Australia?
Australian mum.
Okay.
English dad.
Okay.
In the Air Force and was over here with my mum.
Okay. But then you spent most of your time
on the air bases in Australia.
Travelling around.
Well, we got posted around
Yeah.
and so I remember Australia quite well. We were out at Richmond.
Yes.
And I had Australian grandparents who lived in Sydney.
Yep.
So, we used to go to weekends on the train down to Bondi, which is where they lived.
Yeah.
I'd go swimming.
Yeah.
I won't bore you, but I felt very Australian. The name Brett archetypal Australian
Okay.
name.
I've been led astray here because in the little biographical notes it says you sort of returned to Australia.
I did.
So how long were you away?
I was away from the age of about 6.5.
Okay.
So I got back here when I was about 37.
Yeah. I reckon we can still claim him as an archetype European gentleman. and I'm therefore trying to bridge this kind of concept of, if we think back at European eyes and European minds looking at Australia, colonial settlement, you know, the botanical drawings of Joseph Banks, the early colonial work of John Glover, etc., there was always this challenge, wasn't there? And what I'm saying in terms of Brett's work is that you're an interesting amalgam, because now, 200 years later, you have this European heritage, you have the European Australian heritage, but you have this extraordinary interest in close neighbours, Asia. And I think if you look at the work, like each piece is kind of indicative of one of those aspects. So I'm thinking, how about this for a 21st century person?
Yeah.
Like this amalgamation. And each one, I think, ably kind of demonstrates this sensitivity to each of those aspects of the culture. And I'm going to, at the end, I'm going to just mention something that Simon says wonderfully about your understanding of an international situation. And Brett, you fit very much into that. Okay, I've got to speed along. That's great, Brett, your work. If I now go to Asher Milgate, because I think there's a link here, obviously, this landscape to this landscape, Asher's here, Asher's work of the great photographs over there. And I should also mention, though, that Brett is the first, as we heard, the first artist you ever represented.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yes.
Bridging history here,
Yeah.
10 years ago now. I think we hear that Asher is just a very recent member of the family of your gallery. Most recent artist here, and explores the contradictions, it's still there, exploring the contradictions of national identity, whether in relation to kind of recent scandalous sporting events, or as well, of course, in terms of the environment and the treatment in that environment, of course, the treatment of Aboriginal Australia. So if I can just read the notes I've got here in terms of Asher's work. Yes, this thing of Australian identity, have a look at the works, dual history, looking at the intersection of colonisation and the ongoing challenges for Aboriginal people as a result. I think we can see this clearly there. He uses photography, video, and I think importantly, sound recordings. So you're out in the bush, you're looking, you're seeing, and you're listening. Really important kind of dimension. You can imagine how that would be happening. And it's all related, of course, to the Australian landscape through this thing of diversity, similarity, and significantly dual perspectives. So a European perspective and a foreign Indigenous perspective, I would think. And I am delighted by these works, as with Brett's. And I make the point about when you look at them, it's really intriguing as sort of aspects or layers come into focus. And then you think, why are these areas into focus? What's behind the shadows? What's over just that first row of hills? I think they're extraordinary works in terms of kind of revealing what you can't see. And I understand that that's exactly what you're looking at in terms of landscape, that kind of history, the people that might have been part of that history. So congratulations, Asher. I think really great work. But back to the theme of moments in life, in terms of Teena's work, I say that this moments in history can be ambiguous, but also, of course, they can be absolute, even cataclysmic. And when I talk about Teena's work, I need to make the point that Teena McCarthy is an Italian Bakinji woman who is a descendant of the stolen generation. So here's a moment which is absolute, without dispute, which is kind of extreme, clearly. So she's an artist and more recently a poet, and of course does performance works, of which these are photographs of those performance works. She's won many prizes as an Aboriginal artist relating to documents from her family's displacement, Aboriginal Australia, loss of culture, and these are kind of familiar yet terrible stories for us. She's trying to explore that hidden history. In relation to her work, many of your artists, Simon, have got prizes, but I just mentioned that Teena, have you won it twice, the Parliament House Award? It was 2014? Finalist. Sorry, you were a finalist in the award in 2015, 2016. Okay, so that's a great achievement as well. When I look at Teena's works, though, and I'm particularly referring to the coloured photographs, I have to say this is kind of violence. This is violence upon the bedrock. When I look at the large works, the figurative works, there's this kind of psychological identity displacement which comes over very strongly to me. And in talking to Teena, she was saying, in fact, it is a kind of mourning ceremony, mourning for the dead, sorrow, grief, and death. And I think that idea of, yes, both the crisis of that particular incident, death, family member or whatever, but the kind of broader psychological identity displacement certainly comes over very strongly for me in your work. Okay, so congratulations. Moving on now to Julie's work. It's a kind of bit of a relief. It's been pretty heavy. So if I go back to this moment in life, we say, I say, but moments in life are not only the realism of life, the material and the political experience of life, which is so much what the other three artists have been working on. Moments also come from the imagination. This is the work here I'm talking about of Teena's. Moments also come from the imagination, from an individual's capacity to invent experience for themselves. Like, this is the landscape and I'm going to invent it. So, I just talked about the notes I wrote on Julie. So Julie is an artist interested in working with the freedom of kind of action, inventing freedom, exploring materials, and this is pretty obvious in this work. She's won numerous prizes. She must be, apart from Tony who's here, apart from Tony winning the big prize, sorry Tony, certainly Julie's been very successful, extraordinarily so, in a list of prizes here, including the Kadunda Drawing Prize up in the Blue Mountains, up there in New South Wales, there's art and Paris. She's been in the Win Prize, extraordinary professional success. But this is kind of landscape of a difference, isn't it? This is landscape of the mind, of her mind. But it's intriguing that they're also quite different, or this one's certainly quite different. But I make the point that this imaginary landscape is nevertheless overwhelming, constantly overwhelming. And I think she makes the point really well that landscape is that kind of product within our moments in life, like a landscape, moment in life that sustains us. And in a way, her paintings are saying to me, we really should enjoy this. We should kind of respond to that natural phenomena. We're human beings. This is the earth on which we're born. There's a natural ability to enjoy this. So we really should be. And it's taken a kind of abstract and aesthetic approach to making art that's said that to me. Okay, moving along very quickly now. So in terms of the theme of moments of life, I think you guys have been very successful. If I go back to Brett's work, I talk about moments in life history. If I talk about Asher, moments in life, I reckon it's values. Teena, moments in life, personal experience. And Julie, moments in life, aesthetics, including the positive aspects of simply being human. Okay, how has all this come together? I now get to the 10th anniversary, and I'll be quick. 10th anniversary, recognition of Simon and Atrium. Bondi Junction, yeah, Surrey Hills for a while, Keema for a while, and now here fantastically in Block. Congratulations, guys, for doing this. I'm sure it will be a great success. So from September 2009, 136 exhibitions, no less, There is a quiz. Simon doesn't know about this, but there is a quiz. It's a door prize. You have to guess how many bottles of wine have been consumed. He told me. He told me in the notes on the gallery. You have to leave a sheet of paper at the door, and the person who gets closest to the number, whatever, gets 3 bottles of wine. Is that it? Yeah. So 136 openings. How many bottles of wine? Okay, losing on.
2078.
You're way off. Okay, so being a little bit more serious, certainly Simon Atrium participated in each of the Sydney Contemporary Art Fairs. What a great gift that is. Art Central in the last 3 years, Melbourne Art Fair. So he's brought the art, he's pushed the artist around, he's pushed the reputation of his gallery around. And this is the quote that I was actually mentioning earlier on. Simon says, Art Atrium is currently representing 45 artists and Aboriginal art centres specialising in contemporary Australian and Aboriginal art with a focus on cross-cultural expression in art as so interesting, with a focus on cross-cultural expression in art as a reflection of our multicultural society in a globalised world. What a mouthful, but it's serious stuff in many dimensions. So congratulations on even having kind of that conception of what art should do. Yes, I think it's finishing up. And he also says, nurturing and supporting our family of artists, and I kind of get that feeling anyway whenever I come to an opening here. And it's certainly been a rewarding year, of course, for Art Atrium and for our artists. And again, I acknowledge Tony Costa here, the winner of just this year's Archibald Prize. Congratulations. In talking to Simon, I did say, just show us your highlights. 2 pages, 2 A4 pages. We can't stand up here for any longer, so I'm going to just say that there are many artists within your stable that have been winning numerous prizes, artists in residency programs, and selected for inclusion in prestigious national and international exhibitions. This is fabulous. It's complementing each of the fellow artists, and it's complementing the gallery itself. So, congratulations to Simon, Julie, Asher, Teena and Brett, and all, of course, the artists that Art Atrium. But returning to the Moments in Life theme of this exhibition, let's hope, no, let's anticipate, no, let's expect that this 10-year-long moment will continue to flourish for decades to come.
Thank you. Well, continue to celebrate our 10th year, have lots to drink, and if you're interested to support any of the artists, you should come and see me. Thank you.